How you going? Welcome to Broadwood Stadium. This is SPFL Extra. Coming up on this week's show, inspired by this belter by Tom Rogic, we're going to run through some of the most notable Australians from Scottish football over the past few years before we delve into the comments from last week and pick the winner of Football Manager 2016. That goal from Tom Rogic could prove crucial in where the title ends up going this season, but there was another Australian that scored maybe an equally as crucial goal.
Yeah, Scott McDonald scoring for Motherwell against Aberdeen, a well-known dream destroyer. Scott McDonald from back in 2005, obviously scoring those goals that cost Celtic the title that year. So yeah, again, it looks like he could have a significant say in where the
Although
title
he
goes.
may have helped them this time.
He may have done. And then at the other end of the table, another significant goal from an Australian player, Ryan Edwards, scoring for Partick Thistle against Hamilton Accies.
Yeah, wasn't even supposed to be playing. The starting lineups had been picked. Liam Lindsay got injured in the warm-up. Ryan Edwards comes in, he scores a crucial goal, and with them pushing to get into the top six, that could prove crucial, especially if he kicks on and starts performing for them now. Next on our list of Aussies is the beautiful Jackson Irvine. He hit the post at the weekend. He might not have been on the winning side, but he won the League Cup recently.
Yeah.
Man of the match.
Exactly. It's had such a massive impact on Ross County's season as well, ever since he did get released from Celtic, so he's been at a couple of Scottish teams now. But yeah, he's such an important cog in that Ross County midfield, and he's definitely worthy of being on this list, I'd say. And another Aussie that spent time at two Scottish clubs, Ryan McGowan, obviously playing for Hearts, winning the Scottish Cup in 2012, more recently playing for Dundee United before going back to China.
Played at the World Cup, pulled out the 5-1, scored two important goals against Hibs, well, one more important than the other.
Yeah.
We love Ryan McGowan.
And next on our list is a man who spent time at Hibernian and Livingston way back in the mid-noughties, Stuart Lovell.
Yeah, he was not your flair player, he was a central midfielder, but he did pull out this absolute beauty against Rangers back in 2002. And last on our list is an Aberdeen striker from back in 2004.
Yeah, David Zrelic played for Aberdeen back then, scored a famous winner at Parkhead for Aberdeen, as well as incredibly scoring 8 goals in one game for Australia and a 31-0 win against American Samoa, so not every player can say that.
Now it's time for your comments. Last week we asked you to give us some examples of goal-scoring defenders. We're going to run through the runners-up. First of all, Jacob Sharp picked out this goal by Sean Dillon versus Ross County.
And second in our list of runners-up, mentioned by Owen Smith, was Kevin McCarthy's screamer against Dundee United earlier on in the season. And another runner-up mentioned by Lloyd was Majid Bouguera's goal against Dundee United, an absolute screamer.
Last on our list of runners-up, quite a few people actually, but it gives us an excuse to mention this goal again.
Yep.
Mark O'Connell, Matt 5-1, Rhys Culloch, and on the transfer list all went for Ali Morster's goal versus Hibs.
And once again we have two winners of a copy of Football Manager 2016 for suggesting Bilal Mojni's goal against Stenhousemuir, that's Barcelona 1972, and Jack Haney.
That's it for another edition of SPFL Extra.
It's a show by the fans for the fans.
Remember, you can subscribe to us on this channel, or you can like us on Facebook.
Or you can follow us on Twitter at SPFL.
Use the comments section, tell us any notable Australians that you can think of from over the years, and next week we will pick another winner of Football Manager 2016. We'll see you next week.